Log into AWS Management Console, click on Services, scroll down. You will find CloudFormation service under Management section. Click on CloudFormation. Currently, there are no CloudFormation stacks are deployed. To create a new CloudFormation stack, click on Create Stack. There are 4 steps are involved to provide the input how the stack has to be get created. Let's say if the CloudFormation template is already ready, which is the JSON document mentioning what resources has to be get deployed in the AWS cloud, then select template is ready, scroll down. You can upload the template directly from your local workstation, or it is even possible to upload the template to the Amazon S3 bucket, then specify the S3 bucket object URL so that it will get the template from S3 bucket, then it will be deployed as a CloudFormation stack. For now, in order to show you how to deploy the CloudFormation stack using the CloudFormation template, I am following use a sample template. AWS has already provided some sample templates which we can see from the drop down. These sample templates are already pre-configured with the CloudFormation template mentioning what resources has to be get deployed into the AWS cloud. Let's say I would like to deploy a LAMP stack. LAMP stack CloudFormation template is written in JSON longways, which is deploying the Linux-based EC2 instance, then installing Apache, MySQL, and PHP runtime on the EC2 instance. We can see that the AWS provided sample LAMP stack CloudFormation template is available in the S3 bucket. Let me copy this URL and browse through to see how the CloudFormation template has been written. As discussed in the previous lecture, how the CloudFormation template will be written using the JSON syntax. It is mentioned that AWS template format version, then the description, then the parameter section. Within the parameter section, we can see that the key name which we can use at the time of deploying the CloudFormation template, then the database name, database user, database password. We can see that the database root password. Then we can also see that the instance type. In the parameter section, it is mentioned all the allowed values here. These values will be exported and will be made available as a drop down at the time of deploying the CloudFormation template so that we can choose which instance type can be get deployed as a resource for your specific business use cases. We can also see that the mapping section is listed here. Mapping section is exporting all the available instance types for various available AWS regions. Based on the region which we have selected at the time of deploying the template, the respective instance type will be get produced as a drop down for selection. Resources section is stating that Amazon EC2 instance has to be get deployed and the EC2 instance must be get configured by installing the necessary required packages, and we can see that index.php file also will be get created with the specified PHP code. When I still scroll down, we can also see that the MySQL configuration as well, stating that which database has to be get created and the respective database username and password will be get created. Even when I scroll down, we can see that under the resources section, security group is also mentioned. It means that security group also will be get created and associated for the EC2 instance with the respective inbound and outbound rules. Once the stack deployment is completed, the resources which are got created will be exported as an output so that the resources related endpoints can be seen in the output section. We just have seen at high level how the CloudFormation template has been written to deploy the EC2 instance and configure the EC2 instance to act as a LAMP stack. Let me go back to the CloudFormation stack. Click on Next. Specify the CloudFormation stack name. As the CloudFormation template is mentioned with the parameters section, we can see those parameters are listed here expecting the input from the user. Specify the database name. Specify the database password. Specify the DB root password. Specify the DB username. Then we can specify what is the instance type has to be get deployed. Let me choose the instance type as t2.micro. Then we need to specify the key name, which key has to be associated for the EC2 instance. Let me choose the key from the drop down. Then click on Next. If need be, we can provide the tags. Scroll down. When we are creating the CloudFormation stack, we need to associate the IAM role as well, which will be having attached to the IAM policies describing the access to create the resources. If the IAM role is not provided, it will consider the default permissions based on the current login. Scroll down and click on Next. Then we can review the CloudFormation stack configuration. Then scroll down, click on Create Stack. Now we can see that the CloudFormation stack has got created and it is in the process of deploying the underlayer resources based on the CloudFormation template definition. Let me click on the CloudFormation stack name to see the various other parameters. When we look at the resources tab, we can see that security group has got created and the EC2 instance also got deployed. To see the current status of deploying the CloudFormation stack, we can go to the Events tab, scroll down. We can see that what is happening behind the screen when it is creating the CloudFormation stack. We can see that CloudFormation stack deployment is in progress. Then we can see the security group is in progress. Once the security group creation is completed, it has been initiated to create a EC2 instance. Once the EC2 instance creation is also completed, then the CloudFormation stack deployment is completed and the respective resources are available under the resources section. As we have seen in the CloudFormation template definition, once the resources got deployed, the resources related endpoints will be get exported to the output section. Hence, we can see the endpoints in the output tab. We can see that the EC2 instance website is now made available through the endpoint which is mentioned here. Let me try to browse this endpoint to access the website. Now we can see that the website is accessible. It is loaded the default PHP sample page. Let me go back to the CloudFormation dashboard. Once the CloudFormation stack is deployed and the respective resources are created, if it required to update the resources, it is possible to update the resources as a whole by rewriting the CloudFormation template. Hence, we can go to the Update, click on Replace Current Template. Then you can upload a latest CloudFormation template with the desired changes. So that as per the latest CloudFormation template definition, it can modify the current configuration of the existing resources and it can manage all the resources as a whole by just rewriting the CloudFormation template. We can click on template to see which template is currently applied to create a CloudFormation stack. As the required infrastructure and the resources are got deployed by just deploying the CloudFormation template, which is the JSON formatted document, this CloudFormation template is called as a infrastructure as a code. Also, as discussed in the previous lecture, if the infrastructure is not required, if the infrastructure has to be get destroyed, it is not required to understand the logical relationship between the AWS resources. As the collection of multiple AWS resources are deployed as a CloudFormation stack, it is possible to delete the CloudFormation stack itself so that it can understand the logical relationship which resource has to be get deleted first and which resource has to be get deleted next. This is explaining how to deploy the CloudFormation template to create a CloudFormation stack and various other configuration options while deploying the CloudFormation stack. That's it for this lecture. I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you.